Fun fact, did you guys know that there are more Legos than there are people in the entire world? Kinda crazy. Mind blowing. Hey guys, Ray Pahar from Crafty Crafty, and today, using a few simple tools, we're going to be transforming this regular phone case into a Lego phone case, which you can use throughout the year and customize so that it suits whatever you want your phone to look like. Let's go ahead and get started with today's project. The items that you'll need for today's project include a metal ruler, a cell phone case, a Lego board, some E6000 clear transparent glue. I got this at the hardware store, but if you don't have access to this, I'll have links to this in the description below. Since we'll be working with some tools today, you also want to make sure you have protective eyewear, a plastic cutting tool. I also got this at the hardware store, sandpaper. Today I'll be using a 150 grit and a 320 grit, and a surface to cut your plastic on. For this project, you could use any kind of cell phone Lego board combination. I'm going to be using two clear ones just so that I'll be able to customize it anyway throughout the whole year. To start off this project, you're going to measure out the amount of Lego board that you plan to have on the back of your cell phone case. I'm going to cut enough so that it covers the cell phone case, but also has a little opening for my camera. Using a Sharpie marker, I made marks on my Lego board to know where exactly I'm going to cut on my plastic. Before I start cutting my plastic, I want to make sure that I have protective eyewear. If you need help or supervision from an adult for this part of the project, make sure you ask for it. I'm going to take my metal ruler and I'm going to align it onto the mark that I made earlier for my cut, and then carefully using my plastic cutter, I'm going to make some marks on the plastic, and I'm going to continue to do this until I've made enough marks so that I can snap my plastic in half. When you're cutting your plastic, you're going to make multiple runs along your board before you're able to go deep enough into the plastic and just be able to snap it in half. Be very careful when you're doing this so that none of the pieces fly out and that you have a very clean cut. For the corner part of your cell phone case, it's going to be a little tricky to cut and snap. I suggest to cut both lines first, and then once you have that, you'll be able to snap it easily. To clean up and smoothen out the edges of your cell phone case, you're going to use your sandpaper to sand it down and smoothen it out. I'm starting off with a 150, and then I'm going to move on to 320 grit on my sandpaper. In addition to sanding down your Lego board, you're also going to lightly sand parts of the back of your cell phone case so that the glue has something to attach to between the two pieces. Make sure you only sand down the parts that are behind the board and not the entire cell phone case. Once everything has been sanded down, you want to make sure that all the extra dust and everything else has been cleaned off your two pieces. Using your E6000 glue, you're going to carefully apply your glue onto the back of your Lego board. You want to make sure that it is completely covered on the back, especially on the corner pieces of your cell phone case. The glue is going to help hide any of the extra marks that you made, and it's also going to make sure that everything is sealed in tightly on the back of your cell phone. Apply the generous amount of glue. Once you've applied your glue, carefully attach it to the back of your cell phone case. If you're using a clear Lego board or a clear cell phone case, you want to make sure that you have enough glue so that you can press down and push out any of the air bubbles that are trapped in between the two pieces. You want to let this dry overnight before you actually use it. Also, make sure to clean up your edges so that you have a very clean looking phone case. Once your Lego case has dried, it's ready to be decorated with some Legos. I got this tub of Legos at the Lego store, and you can use these small little pieces to customize it so that you can create something that is a reflection of an event that you're going to or a holiday that's coming up. Once your cell phone case has completely dried, you're ready to take your Legos and apply it to the back of your cell phone case to create a really cool design. I created this design for this weekend for a really special event. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys know what it is I'm actually talking about. And the cool thing about this project is that you're able to customize it so that it's something that can change all the time, or you could have just one design for as long as you have your phone. You could get this really cool tub of Legos at the Lego store, which gives you a lot of options when it comes toward getting all these little pieces. If you guys are interested in making more DIY projects, make sure you check out my DIY playlist for some really cool holiday gift ideas and to see if you guys can actually make some of these cool holiday gifts for the upcoming holiday or just for a general gift that you guys plan to give to someone. If you guys make this project, make sure you share it with me either on my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter using the Get Crafty Crafty hashtag. And other than that, I'm gonna use these Legos to make some other really cool designs. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care and stay crafty.